Hi, brother teacher here. I'm going to try to be nice. I'm really going to try to be nice. Um, I really have always had a genuine concern for people, and nothing will ever change as far as that goes. So I say that to say this. There was an incident that took place in recent days where there's a customer and a friend of mine who happens to be a white gentleman. I have entreated him as a friend over the time that I have been in my store, and he looks up to me as a father figure. Now, I'm about 20 years older than he, and he had some interaction with one of my female friends' children on a video game, teaching him how to play the video game. And so I brought that up to the mother of this child, and she made a statement: keep him away from my children. You mean that trashy man? I don't want him around my children. I don't like him. This bothered me immensely. And the reason that it bothered me was because, number one, you don't know the man. Number two, you are judging him based on his appearance. And you are assuming that he is the scum of the earth, so to speak. And that is an unfair assessment. It's not even an assessment at all. It is just a gut reaction that you're rendering. And you couldn't be so farther from the truth. So I had to explain to her that this human being is my friend, and I know him better than you do. If you had took the time to let me finish my explanation of what was going on, then you would have seen it possibly differently. But instead, she was interjecting as I was speaking over me as I was speaking. And when she finally quieted down and I began to explain to her the situation and to include giving her some history of that person, she was not humbled enough, even though she knew she was wrong then. She was not humbled enough to say, I'm sorry, I misunderstood, I was wrong. And one of the things that I told her was that you will notice that he groans. He even bends over a lot when he stands. And that's because he has a back injury and he's always in pain. She saw that to be something different because she did not know. Secondly, she called him trashy, and he's not. Just because his clothes are a little bit bigger than he is, he's a smaller frame individual, he doesn't have much, but he works every single day of the week but one day, and sometimes he works on that one day that he has off. So he is an upstanding, hard-working individual, and he has even helped me in my own business just because he wanted to. So what's my point in this video? It is this. First of all, every single human being has some value. We're no better than anyone else, no matter what station you find yourself in life. Poor, dirt poor, working poor, middle class, well-to-do, rich, super mega rich or wealthy. We're all still human beings, and we all still have issues. We all still fundamentally need the same things to survive and to exist on planet Earth. Anytime you look down your nose at someone else as being trifling, filthy, or trashy, as the statement she made, you need to look in the mirror at yourself and ask yourself, what am I using? What measuring stick am I using to judge this person? How do I really know what I'm saying is true or not? She come to find out that what I was saying brought clarity to what her interpretation of him was, and she was indeed wrong. But did she have the fortitude, the courage? Did she have the decency to apologize and say I was wrong? No, she didn't. Not at all. And that's another thing that gets under my skin, is when you're talking to someone that's supposed to be an adult, and you are indeed an adult, and you are a mature adult, you would hope that you're talking to another mature adult. But when they behave as a juvenile or as a child, and they won't let you finish your conversation without talking over you or without interjecting while you're talking, you just need to stop. Stop talking. Keep that person at a distance, because that is an ignorant person. That is a great indication of the person that you're speaking with will never hear you. They don't want to hear you. That is a person that has missed something coming up in their lives. That is a person that is a child in an adult's body. They have not fully grown up. They have not grown up mentally, and they are very, very immature. And on top of that, I would use the term dysfunctional, not functional. And I was a bit, I don't want to use the term angry, but I was a bit perturbed when she responded to the situation, which was really no situation. I was just bringing out something that occurred on that particular day with her child, and she made the statements that she did about this person, not even knowing them. And so I'll continue to be friends with this individual, but I will distance myself from this young lady as it relates to having conversations on an intellectual level, because apparently they're not intelligent enough to entertain those types of conversations. So my question to you is, how rational are you? How thoughtful are you? How courteous and respectful and even loving and considerate are you, and courteous to other people? Are you that type of person that is so brash that no matter what anyone says, you jump the gun and you begin to assume that something is a certain way without even hearing the whole sentence, the whole paragraph of the story? Is that you, or do you know someone like that? It's unfair to the person that you prejudge them, and none of us are really in the position to judge anyone. Not at all. That was it, and that was all. What do you think?